All right, guys. So this is quite a story here. This is in Yahoo News. White Mississippi meteorologist off air after saying, "For Shizzle my Nizzle." Okay, so her name is Barbie Bassett. That sounds like a totally fake name, by the way. It's either a fake name or a porn star name. It's always one or the other. A news anchor for WLBT in Mississippi is facing trouble after quoting a famous Snoop Dogg phrase on live TV. The controversial moment occurred earlier in March when Bassett was discussing Snoop Dogg's latest business venture with her co-anchors, the Clarion Ledger reported. The post-white Mississippi meteorologist off air after saying "Fo shizzle ma nizzle" appeared first on Blavity. As the anchors were talking among each other toward the end of the news segment, one of Bassett's colleagues jokingly suggested for another one of their coworkers who was off camera to partner with Snoop Dogg in business. Quote, "Before we know it, she will have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder," he said. Bassett then followed up with the Snoop Dogg phrase, which is considered to be a racial epithet for black people. "For shizzle ma nizzle," Bassett said in a follow-up to her colleague's comment. WLBT hasn't clarified what happened to Bassett, who hasn't been seen on TV since that moment. The longtime anchor's bio has also been removed from the WLBT website. Social media users are especially amused with the reaction of one of Bassett's co-anchors, who was visibly uncomfortable when his colleague dropped the Snoop Dogg phrase. Okay, so let's watch this here.
Up with.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling you. Julie, what you think about that? Huh, she says.
Well, get this.
Okay, so now this time, I was just watching these guys here. Now keep your eye on this guy. You can see the picture, like the picture here. He knows. he knows that the hammer's about to drop. All right, one more time.
I'm up with.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling you. Julie, what you think about that? Huh, she says.
Well, get this.
Yeah, he's got the face on like, oh my God, there's gonna be repercussions for this. To be fair, I don't know if he's making that face because he's like, how dare you say that? Or he's making that face because he's like, ooh, this is uncomfortable and this is not gonna end well. Look at this tweet. My boy said, "The ship gonna sink, but I won't be on it." Got some more replies. The reporter on the right is sending me. According to the Daily Mail, Bassett also faced trouble in October for using the word grandmammy, a term slaves use for their grandmothers while speaking with a black reporter on air. The anchor issued an apology at the time. "Though not intentional, I now understand how my comment was both insensitive and hurtful. I have apologized to Carmen Poe," she said at the time. "Now, I would like to apologize to you. That is not the heart of who I am, and for that I humbly ask for your forgiveness, and I apologize to everyone I have offended. I will learn from this and participate in training so I can better understand our history and our people." Apparently the training didn't prep her for this moment when bringing up Snoop Dogg. Look, my honest take, I would love for Snoop Dogg's take on this. I am super curious what Snoop Dogg would say. I would love to know Snoop Dogg's perspective on this. Because look, from my perspective, I care most about intent, right? Like, intent is the biggest thing. And so if somebody's trying to be hurtful, if they're purposefully trying to be over the top and to make people uncomfortable and to like press buttons in the wrong way, that's a different story. Then you look at that and you go, it doesn't, the specific words might not even matter in a situation like that. The intent itself could be a bigger faux pas, a bigger issue, crossing a clear line. But with this, I mean, this is just like an old white lady who doesn't know what to say or how to act or what's socially acceptable, and I don't think she meant any harm by it. So I'm definitely inclined to give her a pass. And I just feel like this is the opposite perspective is the more common perspective that you see now. Anything that's like politically incorrect or crosses a line that people might not even know is there, it's just drop the hammer immediately. And it almost feels like management is just worried about the backlash, even though perhaps there wasn't a big backlash or even a backlash at all. Like, I don't know if there was. I haven't seen any articles that indicate that, people were calling in mad or whatever. You know what I mean? So It's almost like, and this happens all the time with corporations. They just want to protect their brand. They just want to protect that ad money from flowing in. So just sensing that there could be some negative backlash, they're just like, let's just get ahead of this and axe this person right up front. And, I think you're going to see more and more of this moving forward because corporations are scared of their own shadow. By the way, they will pay their executives exorbitant amounts of money that they don't deserve, that they didn't earn. They will ruthlessly screw their workers. They will dodge taxes. They will do every immoral, unethical, and potentially illegal thing under the sun when it comes to their bottom line and profits. But the way that they virtue signal to try to act like, bro, we're one of the good corporations, is to fire people over minor transgressions that she probably didn't even realize was a transgression, right? So this is the way they go, bro, we're down for the struggle. We're cool. We're hip. We're with it. We're all about like liberation and stuff. Anyway, did you put that extra $1 million in the offshore tax haven yet? You did? Okay, good. Yeah, no, we're, Black Lives Matter and stuff, bro. Black Lives Matter. I'm all for the LGBTQ alliance and stuff, bro. This is what they do. There's something that's so shameless about it. It's such a virtue signal show. You know what I mean? So it's obnoxious. I'd be interested to know, number one, what Snoop Dogg's take is. Number two, whether or not there actually was a backlash. Because I'm just taking a guess here, stab in the dark. My guess is Snoop Dogg would say, don't fire her. And my guess is there wasn't much of a backlash. This is just a corporation scared of its own shadow, doesn't want to offend anybody, so it can still act quietly in the dark, making money as much as humanly possible. That's my guess. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.